Hey Darmies! Welcome back to Dr. Dom Diaries. This is Ashwini, and today we are talking about the topic that every expat or the international student has to face at some point. Yes, you're right, that is culture shock. Whether you're moving abroad for work, education, or just to experience life in a new country, adjusting to a different culture can be a challenge. But don't worry, I'll walk you through what a culture shock is, what to expect, and how to navigate through like a pro. Grab your favorite drink, hit that like button, and let's dive in. Okay, let's start with the basics. What is cultural shock? So, culture shock is a feeling of confusion, discomfort, or disorientation that you experience when you are suddenly exposed to a new culture or the way of living that's different from what you have been. Culture shock doesn't just hit you when you first land in the new country. It happens over time as you interact with the local customs, people, and the environments. So even things like unfamiliar foods, the new social norms, or the language barriers can contribute to this feeling. Now, let's talk about the 4 stages of culture shock that almost everyone goes through. The good news is that it's a process, so you won't feel out of place forever. The first one is the exciting stage. This is the first stage when everything feels exciting and new. You're fascinated by the local culture, the food, the experiences, and everything. It's like being a tourist, and everything feels fresh and interesting. So you might also feel like you're in a new adventure. So you feel like, oh my god, this is such a good place, like everything. The second stage, frustration stage. After a few weeks or months, the novelty wears off. And you start to notice the differences more deeply. Small frustrations can build up, like the language barriers, not understanding what the socials say, or just feeling homesick. This is the hardest stage and where people often feel very much overwhelmed. The third stage, adjustment stage. Over time, you start to get used to the new way of life, so you begin to understand that how things work and may even start to enjoy the differences you initially found very strange. So you're building routines and gaining confidence on yourself and the surroundings. Fourth one, acceptance stage. So finally, you reach a point where you fully adjusted to your new environment and you feel more at home. You have adapted to the new culture differences, and things that once felt challenging now feel very normal. Come closer. Everyone moves through these stages at their own pace, so don't get worried too much if it takes a little longer to you. So now let's move on to what to expect, the common challenges that you need to face. Okay, so now that you know about the stages, let's dive into what to expect when you're dealing with the culture shock. Here are some of the most common challenges people face when living in a new culture. First one, the language barrier. Even if you know the language, understanding the slang, accents, or the local dialects can be very tough. It can make everyday interactions feel so exhausting. Second one, the social norms and customs. Different cultures have different ways of living or doing things. So, for example, what's considered polite in one culture might be seen as rude in another. So, simple things like greeting people, tipping at restaurants, or even making an eye contact can vary across the cultures. Third one, food and dining etiquette. You might be surprised at how different food culture can be. So whether you're adjusting to a new flavors, a mealtime, or the customs, or even the availability of your favorite comfort foods, this can be a really big culture shock. And missing friends, family, and familiar surroundings is always a natural thing. So this feeling can be especially strong during the holidays or any important events that you used to spend time with your family or friends back in your home country. Fourth, homesickness. I have talked about this in very much detail in my previous videos. You can check out the link in the description box. And fifth one, navigating new systems. Everything from public transportation to healthcare to opening a bank account might be very different. So figuring out how these systems work can take some time. So take your own time. Take this understanding in a very slow pace. Take time, guys. Now, let's talk about how to navigate the culture shock and make your transition very easier. Here are some tips. First one, be patient with yourself. Adjusting to a new culture takes time, so don't be too hard on yourself. It's okay to feel frustrated and homesick. Allow yourself to adapt to the new place, so always take everything slow. Second one, learn the language. If language is the barrier, try learning the basics. So you don't have to be fluent, but knowing the common phrases can make your daily interactions very smooth. So plus the locals really appreciate when you try their language. Third one, find familiar comforts. Don't feel guilty about seeking out things from home that bring you comfort, whether it's food, music, or connecting with the expat communities. So sometimes a little familiarly tips can be helpful. Fourth one, stay open-minded. Keep an open mind and embrace the differences. So what seems to strange or very strange at first may become something that you'd love about your new country. Sixth one, maintain connections back home. Stay in touch with your family and friends, and having regular check-ins can ease the homesickness and also remind you that you're not alone. Okay, one of the most important things to remember is that culture shock isn't just about challenges. It's also an opportunity to grow. By immersing yourself into the new culture, you're expanding your worldview, developing your new skills, and also becoming more adaptable. Try to say yes to new experiences, whether it's trying the local food, attending a cultural event, or making friends from different backgrounds. These are the moments that make you living abroad so much rewarding. It may be taking time a little, but eventually you'll feel at home that in your new environment. And there you have it. Culture shock is a normal part of moving abroad, but with time, patience, and the right mindset, you'll adjust and maybe even thrive in your new environment. So just remember to take things one step at a time, be kind to yourself, and don't hesitate to reach out for support when you need it. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe for more tips and navigating life through life abroad, and also click on the notification bell to never miss an update from Dr. Tom Diaries. And if you've experienced something like this or any other culture shocks, do let me know in the comment section. I love to hear your stories, guys. So thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye. Love you all.